And a name is something that in my culture means a lot. What's the meaning and story behind your name, so to say?
Behind my name, you'd have to go back to my great grandfather, and for which I have a great story to tell about him because he is my namesake. He emigrated from Romania to Canada at the turn of the 20th century, so early 1900s, and joined a very small community in Quebec City. And the joke was he thought he was getting off in New York, but ended up in Canada instead. Um, but there was so they lived in a very small uh, and cloistered Jewish community in Quebec City, which was largely French, and they were, uh, I think, because of the Romanian, they spoke French as well as probably two or three other languages. But uh, so while I was named after him, I really didn't know very much about him other than he was an itinerant vendor up and down the coast selling goods to French Canadians and to the native people, and leaving my great grandmother to raise the seven children. At that time, they were just seven. She actually died in childbirth with the eighth. But before that happened, uh, a woman got off the boat, also from Romania, an illegal immigrant trying to escape. This was later on, trying to escape in the period between the two wars. And she arrived in Quebec City, and because she didn't have the proper papers, uh, they incarcerated her over the weekend in with a plan to put her back on the boat back to the old country where she certainly would have been incinerated eventually. Um, and so what happened was it was my great grandmother who gathered the community in her living room. It was a regular gathering place, along with all the kids who were just young teenagers at the time. And she actually there was no room in the jailhouse, so they had put this woman into at the schoolhouse and locked her up there for the weekend. And on Saturday night, and it was middle of the winter, so they got the sleds together and went secretly to the school. And somebody brought a ladder. They knocked out the window. This woman climbed out the ladder. They threw her on the sled, which was pulled by a bunch of horses, and she disappeared into the night, never to be seen again.